Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, so today we're tackling a super pragmatic question in the development world. If you've been paying any attention to AI recently, you've probably been absolutely bombarded by three letters, M, C, and P, the Model Context Protocol. Literally everyone is talking about it. But today, we're cutting right through the hype to figure out if you actually need it, or if you should just stick to your standard APIs for your next project.
Look, here's the reality. You are a focused learner and you already know how to build things. You already use APIs. You might even be building tools for ChatGPT or Claude right now. So when a shiny new protocol drops, the immediate question is usually, do I actually need to learn this? Well, we're going to give you a brutally honest, totally hype-free answer to the biggest question in AI development right now. Section 1, how APIs actually work, the baseline reality. Before we can even talk about what MCP changes, we have to make sure we are crystal clear on what isn't changing. The whole idea of an API actually dates all the way back to the 1940s, when computer scientists Maurice Wilkes and David Wheeler were organizing subroutines on punched paper tape. Crazy, right? Today, an API is just a software interface that connects computers or programs. Think of them like interlocking Lego blocks. They let different software systems talk to each other using mutually agreed upon signals, completely hiding all that messy internal complexity. It's strictly a machine-to-machine connection.
And guys, this brings us to a massive misconception that we really need to clear up right now. When you use an AI agent to fetch your calendar or check a stock price, the AI model itself, like the actual neural network, the brain, is never calling the API. It just doesn't. A language model literally just outputs text. It's the software wrapper around the model that parses that text, realizes the model wants to take an action, and executes the actual API call on its behalf. The model just predicts words. Your app is doing the heavy lifting. Section 2, where MCP fits in, the standard menu for AI. So if the application wrapper is the thing actually making the API calls, what exactly is the point of the Model Context Protocol? Let's get this absolutely straight. MCP does not replace APIs. Let me say that one more time for the folks in the back. MCP does not replace APIs. Instead, an MCP server sits right in front of your existing APIs. It acts as an open standard, basically serving as a universal AI-facing menu of discoverable actions. It standardizes how an AI application discovers what it can order before it actually places that order. Think of it kind of like this. Writing direct API integrations for an AI app is like forcing the AI to learn a completely new language for every single restaurant it visits. It requires custom code written for every single tool. MCP, on the other hand, that's a standardized menu. Any AI client, whether we're talking Claude, a custom script, or an enterprise chatbot, can read this exact same menu format to understand what tools and data are available before it calls them. Let's look at a really concrete example using GitHub. Step 1, the AI model decides, hey, I need to read a repository file. Step 2, the AI app queries the MCP server, our menu, to discover if a file reading tool is even available. And step 3, once discovered, the AI app asks to use the tool, and the MCP server translates that request into a standard GitHub API call. Notice how clearly this flow separates the AI's decision-making on the left from the actual API execution on the right. The AI just asks the menu, and the MCP server handles the translation. Section 3, the real win, solving the N by M problem. So why are developers actually excited about adding an extra step? To get the true value proposition of MCP, we have to look at how software scales. This perfectly illustrates the core issue, the N times M integration problem. If you have 3 AI apps and 3 services, like GitHub, Slack, and Google Drive, using direct APIs means you have to write and maintain 9 custom integrations. Every single app needs a specific bridge to every single service. It's a lot of work. But with the MCP standard, you just write 3 standard MCP servers, 1 for each service. Now, all 3 AI apps can plug into those servers universally. The real win here is reuse. You avoid rewriting custom connections over and over. Now, when an AI app connects to an MCP server, it's looking for specific things, which the protocol calls primitives. The menu basically offers 3 main items. First, tools, which are executable functions like creating a file or making an API call. Second, resources, which are contextual data sources, like reading a file's contents or checking a database record. And third, prompts, which are reusable templates for structuring interactions. This setup gives the AI exactly what it needs to understand both its context and its capabilities. And let me tell you, this plays out beautifully in the real world. By shifting to MCP's stateless architecture, companies are seeing massive efficiency gains.
For instance, the team at ManufacCloud reported that by adopting the new client-server split of the MCP specification, they cut their package sizes by around 83%, all while simultaneously making their systems 25% faster. It allows them to handle production traffic securely and at scale without any crazy infrastructure workarounds.
Section 4. When to skip MCP. The honest truth. Okay, we've talked up the benefits, but I promised you a hype-free explainer. I really want you to evaluate your own current projects here. You've seen the n times m problem it solves. You get the menu analogy. But if you are sitting at your desk coding today, do you actually need MCP?
Well, here is the honest truth. You don't always need it. Direct APIs are perfectly fine if you're just building a single standalone application. If your app only needs to talk to a couple of API endpoints that you already know how to use, adding MCP is honestly just unnecessary overhead. And look, if you check the open source repository and there's no useful pre-built MCP server for your specific tool yet, don't force it. Standard API calls are exactly what you should use in those isolated cases.
Section 5. The final takeaway. Wrapping it up. Let's bring this all together into one single core concept. We've covered the history of APIs, the menu architecture of MCP, the massive scalability wins, and the honest reasons to just skip it. But if you remember absolutely nothing else from this explainer today, remember this: APIs do the work. MCP is the standard layer so many AI apps can share that work. The choice of architecture ultimately comes down to your specific needs and the scale of your project. But as this ecosystem matures and we move away from those messy, fragmented integrations, you've got to ask yourself, will you stick to the custom API grind for every new app you build, or is it time to write one standard menu for the AI world? I definitely encourage you to check out the open source SDKs and experiment for yourself. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep building.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more AI and technology content. Thanks for watching.